Hello everyone, this is Jim Walker with Jim Walker Archery, and today we're going to tie on a quick nock for our traditional bow. It's pretty easy. I'm going to give you a quick demonstration with this large pen here, and then we're going to move on to setting it up on the string. So here we go. So this is pretty much a permanent nock setup that I use. It's pretty straightforward. You just pretty much make the big loop, take a piece of string 9 inches long or so. In this case, just going to use a shoestring. I'm just going to show you 1, 2, and then 3, and then 4, and then 5, and then 6. And then kind of roll it under through the knot, or should I say through the loop there. That's about all there is to it. And then kind of keep it loose and then pull it tight. And then the bit that you're pulling underneath, that wants to be right about in the middle where my index finger is there. And then once you see it's all there, then kind of push it together and then pull the two pieces taut. All right. That is it. That's all there is to it. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take that example and then we're going to use that on our bowstring. What I'm doing here is replacing my existing nock, so I'm going to walk you through that step. So I always like to start with a little bit of masking tape. Let's go ahead and rip off a piece of masking tape here and place it on the string right below your existing nock. This is just a placeholder there. And then let's go ahead and try to remove that pesky nock. It's going to be a bit challenging because I've actually melted this on my string. So we're going to use a combination of a razor blade and then a safety pin. So here we go. Okay, so we picked at this a bit with our razor. So then I'm going to grab a safety pin, and I should take the safety pin and kind of stick it in between the individual threads and kind of pull them away from the string that way. So here we go. Okay, finally. Took a while to get that old knock off. And so let's move on to the next step once we finish kind of moving aside the existing extra knock that's still on there. Let's move on to actually tying the string. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take about 9 inches or so of my thread. Go ahead and cut that. I like to add a little bit of wax or glue to the string just to kind of keep it nice and sticky and thick. I find that's a little bit easier to do than just a dry string. So I'm going to cut that and then we're going to loop it on. Make a loop. It's only going to be about an inch or so long and kind of put it on there at a little bit longer than the width of your nock. Now remember, the nock's only going to be about 6 or so loops or turns, so it's not going to be that large. It's going to run around 1/8 of an inch, maybe a bit more. So once we get that loop on, then we're just going to start wrapping it again, just 6 times. I mean, you could probably do it 5 or even 7, but I find 6 works best. Start with our second, and then our third, and our fourth, and then our fifth, and then we're going to go ahead and insert it through the little loop that you have here. Again, all of this is very loose. Stick it through there. And then go ahead and pull both of the ends tight, trying to bring that knot into the middle of the nock area. And kind of tidy that. Squish it like we did with the pen earlier. Now I'm not going to use any glue or burn the edges or anything of that nature once we're done here. I'm simply going to pull it as tight as we possibly can and then cut off the ends. You don't really have to worry about the ends. This particular type of knock setup will hold on pretty strong. Yeah, there's really no need to get into the glue or the fire or melting or anything of that nature. Okay, so now that we're done here, we're going to go one more final pull on both ends and then look at cutting off the ends.
Oh yeah.
Preferably away from the string. I've done it before. I've actually cut my string being stupid. But it happens. So just be extra careful and cut that string nice and nice. Now let's go ahead and take off the masking tape. And that's about it. Once you have taken off the masking tape, you are ready to go shoot your bow. Hope you found this video helpful, and have a wonderful day. Enjoy.